Hey there. So, last week I was actually in Germany. I got to take one more cool trip overseas during this time of my life. And there came a point I was trying to get back to the airport and I was super homesick. I was cutting my trip short. I was coming home early. And the car that I rented, thank goodness, had GPS in it. So for most of my trip, I'd just been punching in where I was going and getting directions. I have no idea what any of the signs say, so it was really nice to have something telling me turn right, go here, drive this many kilometers or whatever. And so I'm going back to the airport, and for some reason there came a point. Oh, I was looking for a gas station because I had to fill up the car before I turned it back in. So I veered off of the route that the GPS was taking me, and I thought, surely I can find a gas station. It'll be easy, right? Wrong. So I veer off and turn off the guidance because she was not happy with what I was doing. And I just started wandering, and I started turning and trying to figure out which direction to go and looking around. And it just felt like everywhere I went, I was getting further and further away from civilization. I was just very uneasy and very stressed out, and it was just not a good feeling. And seriously, I was sitting at a stoplight and I started crying. I was so frustrated because I had no direction. And I'm in this foreign country. I don't know what anything means necessarily. And it was one of the most awful feelings I had gone through in a long time. And so I just pulled over and I looked at the little GPS thing, and there was actually pictures of gas stations. And so finally I started using my tools again and clicked on one of those gas stations. And when I first heard the direction come from the GPS that said, go straight for 2 kilometers and turn left and turn right, there was such a peace that came over me because I finally felt like I had proper direction, and I was able to feel confident about where I was going, and something smarter than me was telling me what to do. And so, of course, where this is going. I couldn't help but relate it just to our Christian walk. And how many times in our lives do we say, what? I don't need God's direction. I don't need God's guidance. I don't need to be in the Word. I'm going to navigate this thing on my own. And I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever done that, you've probably gotten to a point where you were pretty stressed out, and just feeling the stress of that, just being overwhelmed and not knowing, and just feeling, I don't know, inadequate, to be honest. So anyway, I just want to encourage everybody just to know that God totally wants to give us direction. He is for us. He is leading us into amazing things. Just be patient if you feel like you're in a desert, or you feel like you're headed the opposite direction of the gas station, or whatever it is you feel like you're needing. Just trust that voice and trust the Word. Trust godly guidance that He's giving you, just through other believers. Trust the Holy Spirit. I mean, God will talk to you for Himself. And, and I know that's kind of a whole nother topic about, well, how do I know if it's God, or how do I know if it's just me? And I'm kind of going through that right now. And, the only thing I can say from personal experience is that when you seek after the Lord, He will direct your path. I mean, it's from Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. You don't always trust your own understanding. You trust in God, and He will direct your path, and He has plans that are good and prosperous. Jeremiah 29:11. When you seek Him, you're going to find Him. And slowly but surely, you just make decisions, and you use the resources He's given you, and one foot in front of the other, He will lead you to the place that He wants you to be. If you are afraid you're going to miss it, don't worry. He will get you where you need to be. So, if you're wandering right now and you're frustrated and you're about to cry, get in the Word. Just take a minute and just spend some time with God. And I promise you that He will direct you, and you will just feel this peace come over you, and it will totally be worth it. So anyway, just be encouraged, and just hang in there. Do not give up, because it is worth it. You will reap a harvest if you do not give up. So have fun.